It's getting stressed out to think about how much work it is. But it was really, really appreciate all the work that you put into this. It was evident from your presentations and all the thoughtfulness that you expressed in your ideas and really innovative concepts that you proposed. So thank you all so much for just all the work you've done all week on this. We had a really tough time as judges just trying to select the winning team, and what we ultimately came up with is that we want to combine all of your ideas into one project. Yeah. So now all we have to do is fundraise to make it happen.
That's the next bootcamp, right?
Fundraising bootcamp.
Yeah, how to fundraise for disaster preparedness. And really,
okay, so can you guys do a drum roll?
All right.
Here we have.
You gotta tell us when to stop the drum roll. Are we supposed to continue the drum roll?
Don't get carried away there, Sean. Come on. We can do it later. Let's do it later. We'll do a drum roll. We'll do a drum circle. We'll go outside and do a drum circle. Okay. Please.
Okay, so the winning team, and again, this was a very difficult decision, but the team that executed their idea, the best presentation, that had the most clarity, and where we could really visualize bringing this to fruition, it was the Youth Engaging Seniors.
So they won. It was close. It was close, and there were great aspects, and they're going to talk a little bit about all the different ideas and what they liked about it. The popular vote, so the judges' vote was 3, and the popular vote was 3. So we didn't have to do a weighted average. It was going to be 70% judges and 30% popular. But since I didn't have to do the math to figure out that number 3 won both popular and judges' votes. So these guys had some great comments. They'll share a little bit of that with you before.
Hi guys, I'm Lachey. I'm a senior all week. I am the community manager here at Tide, and I'm also a resident of Liberty City. So I appreciate you guys' work and research. Yes, it was tough. So my comment for the YES program was that it is something that is definitely needed in Liberty City. But if I had a choice, if we all had a choice to combine, so first everything would be combined. But if we had the program layout, it'll be the expert beginners doing our marketing campaign, and then we will combine the Catalyst community connectors and the youth engaging seniors together because both programs are needed. So the community connectors will train. They will train and mentor the YES youth, and they will also be partnered with the YES youth to go to the elderly homes and gain that trust and build that relationship leading up into hurricane season and also throughout and after. So that was my comment for everybody. It was great. It was great for me to see you guys work all week and then produce these awesome ideas, which I don't know why no one else has thought of them, but I thank you guys for thinking of them. Now we have somewhere to start, and it was just great, all in everything. So I think all of you guys are winners. Like I said, we have a marketing campaign and we have a program layout to go forward with. So it can definitely happen. All three teams can definitely their projects can definitely happen here in Liberty City and also here in Overtown where we are now. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. You all did absolutely amazing, and I can tell that you all learned a lot and put all your hard work and effort into these presentations. So, amazing job, guys. So I'm going to go through with each team and tell you guys what you did really well and how it affected us with how you presented it. So with the expert beginners, yours was specifically the one that we were talking about, how it was a great marketing issue because you identified people in the community who would be able to be like our celebrity people and all this stuff, and then you put together the thought process of this being an entire movement that encompasses everything from services to events and then all this other stuff. And the events are a great way for us to actually get out there and provide all the materials for the people who need them. Because there are a lot of people in the community who understand what they need to get, but they don't necessarily have access to it when hurricanes are coming. Whether that's because vendors are charging the prices and stuff like that, or it's not available. So having events where people can actually come out and get their stuff like Band-Aids, or to get their first aid kits, or to get the water bottles so they can actually contain water, that's great stuff, and people can learn all of that. And then of course, using the murals and stuff like that. That was another great idea. I didn't think about that either. I was like, oh, well, we could definitely use that stuff. We have it all around the city. Mm-hmm. So it's a great way of getting things in front of people's eyes. What I wanted to understand a little bit more was your specific character, because I know that you guys mentioned Harmony, if I'm not mistaken. You guys mentioned that person, but I wanted a little bit more stuff fleshed out, so that I could get an idea of who you're trying to specifically target. Well, target's not a good word. Who you're specifically trying to serve. Who you're specifically trying to serve was one thing. When I asked the question of who you're trying to serve, you guys said everybody. Whenever we're talking, we do hackathons and stuff like this, and whenever we talk to our students, they say everybody, and we're like, no, that's going to kill your project from the very beginning, because when you're trying to market to everybody, you're going to end up running out of money very quickly. So when you specifically target a group of people, it makes it a lot easier, but that's just stuff you learn over time, like business and marketing, all that stuff, cost and feasibility. But you guys did an absolute amazing job putting everything together and presenting it in a very interesting way that got us engaged. The sound effects, and then having us close our eyes and imagine it, and then bang on the door. I was like, oh, okay, who's at the door? But you guys got me. That was absolutely amazing. Awesome job, expert beginners. Team 2. You guys did an absolutely amazing job creating a framework that would work very well as an organization. It's something that would be connected with Cal's and Emily, even though it's extra work for you guys. It was a great one, connecting people. And then with Team 3. So it was amazing to watch, because you guys did amazing, and I could tell that with the entire story, I was engaged throughout your entire presentation, because it was designed in a way to illustrate all the different points and all the work that you would put into the process of building it out in an actual story. So I'm going to remember those different parts. I'm going to remember the old lady. I'm going to remember the high school student and that whole interaction. So you walked us through the entire process, not by telling us, by showing us in a little story. And that's something that can actually be packaged into an actual video, and people can watch it and understand immediately what the organization's doing, immediately what the program's doing, and people emotionally resonate with that. You have a video.
Oh, it's live on YouTube as well.
Oh, awesome. Talking towards that way, okay. Well, I mean, just like having that.
Sorry, just because these two ladies have.
Yeah, that's right. Awesome job, everybody. Amazing job. Great. But definitely take time to take out what each group did amazing and try to implement that whenever you're trying to do another presentation later on. You may not be able to do a full-fledged story with somebody, but you can definitely use something, visual aids, where it's illustrating all the points whenever you're presenting a presentation. Because stories, even though I may not remember all the information that you say, the story, I'm going to remember how you made me feel.
Great. So hi, my name is Myra. I'm also with Catalyst Miami. I'm a climate resilience coordinator there, and I just want to reiterate and say thank you so much for coming and listening to all this talk on Monday and taking that information, really running with it and listening to what we have to say in terms of the research process. I think that kind of reiterating what has already been said, I really do think that these projects have come together and coalesced to really create a fantastic program, and these are things that definitely as you guys point out, really could come from someone like Catalyst, who could really house all these things. Not sure we at this moment can take on that much work, but it's something that I can definitely see coming into fruition, which I think is what's really great about the 3 projects that we saw in the teams. The fact that I could see this happening in different ways throughout the communities that we work with. And I will keep this brief because we have to run to a disaster preparedness community meeting in Homestead, so we're keeping this work going. But I think with Team 1, I think what I really liked was the marketing campaign aspect of it, and how It was really targeting in the sense that you knew what you were trying to go for in terms of the hashtag. I think it's something that you could really take to any organization trying to do this work, and they could run with it, something that they would probably be interested in doing in marketing and doing all of that. With Team 2, it's actually something that Catalyst, we're starting to do some of this work already, so it's really great that you guys kind of came up with this idea that we came up with as well. So I definitely see that happening in conjunction with the work that we're doing. And Team 3, I found it really creative, and I thought that it's something that we really need in the communities. I think the elderly always are forgotten about, sadly. So I think this is a program that could really be impactful and really help a community that's really vulnerable be less vulnerable in the future. So thank you all for all the hard work.
Likewise, we've had very similar experiences and reactions to your presentation, so I basically echo everything that was just said. We are developing projects right now to do this work in different communities, in different vulnerable communities, including this community where we are right now, Overtown, and the one we're heading to now, which is Homestead, which is the much more rural area with migrant workers, etc., but equally as vulnerable. And we really appreciate a lot of what you incorporated into your presentations in terms of what you heard from community members and people that you spoke to earlier this week, because it really showed. It showed in your in the ideas you came up with, and also the way you conveyed your ideas, right? So that was great, because I think that's hard to do in such a short period of time, to capture the essence of what the needs are and what community experiences and what their challenges, most pressing challenges are. So in terms of, I thought it was great for the expert beginners. I thought it was great that we kind of really thought of really having a campaign where we really bring in artists, and we have a lot of local talent in Miami, and just utilizing that to leverage community interest and hype, and really get young people involved and engaged. And that's why I said we want to combine all three, because then that would really be a great way to bring in the youth engagement component, right? That would want to get involved and serve. And so that whole, that Scott was thinking about all the things that we can do to really create buzz around this work and the importance of it, because people don't want to think about disaster preparedness until like a hurricane is announced, and then everyone panics and starts running around frantically. But by then it could be too late, especially when you're really strapped for resources, as you've already heard, right? So so that's a really great idea, and we're going to incorporate it into the work and really try to make it happen. The Catalyst community connectors, we really are thinking about having neighborhood-based leaders, like neighborhood captains in each community, doing a lot of this work, because they know the communities they're in, their neighbors trust them already, and just having that presence within the communities and taking on that personal responsibility, we think will go a long way. So this really like honed in on that and gave us like some really clear ideas about ways that we can do that. So that was really, really helpful as well. And then
I would really like to sincerely, from the bottom of my personal heart, because a lot of this was for design thinkers, for us to be. So I would really like to sincerely, from the bottom of my personal heart, because a lot of this was to give these guys a good experience, your time. We really appreciate it. We know that maybe something, you guys will be able to get something out of this, so that it was a value exchange, and that's nice. But knowing how busy you guys are, and how much you've been traveling, and aside from all the important work that all of you guys do, thank you so much. I want everybody to give these guys a round of applause.
Yeah, thank you.
Unfortunately, I guess you weren't able to be here on time, but you spent countless hours with us this week already, and you gave us great research information. We have the videos, and we'll show you these ideas so that you can presentations of not. So So thank you so much. Thank you guys. Good travels. We're right at 4:00. I think that's pretty good. Thank
I
you so
think we
much.
should definitely give a round of applause to the organizers and the coaches. $20 goes a long way.
How do we transfer this knowledge of what we've got, what we've done?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
so
sounds
I have a
good.
question
I'm happy for you guys to stay, but I want to respect your time. If you need to go, please take off. At any point, that sounded terrible.
No.
But we're gonna do a debrief. We're gonna half an hour or so before we go to dinner. We'll talk about how you guys can, whether you want to be engaged with these guys going forward. We're photo documenting pretty much the whole process throughout the 4 days. We have the video presentations, 2 sets of video presentations of these final presentations. And we'll have to figure out whether you guys want to contribute any time and effort to do anything more with Catalyst and with Tribe and Code Fever to see if we want to take help them out, right, any further. Does that answer your question?
Of course we do.
Yeah.
And obviously respecting your time, and we know you've already done a lot. If, even just the ability to ask you questions about seeking clarity about something that you might have already discussed or researched and we may benefit from while we develop these concepts would be really helpful to us.
Because you all went through the design thinking process and brought like new stuff to us that we didn't even know about with the community. So thank you all for your work.
Okay, judges, thank you so much.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of my
All right.
Thank you.